On a cold winter evening, a lonely Finnish hermit living in the forest opened the door of his house, never imagining that his life was about to change forever. On the doorstep, shivering from the cold and hunger, sat a small otter, his eyes full of both caution and hope. This moment marked the beginning of an incredible story of friendship between a man and a wild animal, one that would soon captivate the internet and astonish people around the world. Seppo Ilonen, a 65-year-old hermit, lived in a secluded house on the outskirts of the municipality of Punkaharju, where the population barely reached 4,000. His days passed steadily and calmly, but at times the silence became too loud and the loneliness too palpable. It seemed that nothing could disrupt his familiar routine, until one winter evening when fate knocked on his door. Opening the door, Seppo saw something that made his heart skip a beat. On the threshold, shivering from the cold and hunger, sat a small otter. Its cautious yet hopeful eyes met the gaze of the elderly man. This moment marked the beginning of an extraordinary friendship that would soon capture hearts around the world. Without hesitation, Seppo went to the kitchen and gathered a simple meal of worms and fish, the same food he used for fishing. The otter, which he later named Ivari, eagerly pounced on the meal while still warily watching its unexpected benefactor. It seemed their encounter would end there, but fate had other plans. The next evening, Ivari appeared at Seppo's house again, as if to show that their meeting had not been a mere coincidence, but the beginning of something greater. With each passing day, trust grew between the man and the wild animal. Ivari became a regular guest, turning Seppo's lonely days into exciting adventures. She would come to eat, sometimes grabbing a fish and running away, perhaps to share the catch with her family. Gradually, the otter became so comfortable that she began entering the house, finding her bowl in the kitchen and eating calmly, ignoring the presence of the human. Inspired by their unusual friendship, Seppo started to train Ivari. He taught her to respond to her name, played with her, and even petted her, constantly talking to her. Surprisingly, the wild otter quickly grew accustomed to human interaction and stopped being afraid. Their bond deepened. Whenever Seppo was by the water, Ivari would run to greet him, circle around him, and accompany him home. Sometimes all it took was calling her name, and she would appear ready for new games and adventures. News of their unusual friendship spread quickly. Curious neighbors came to witness the miracle for themselves. Children watched the playful otter with delight, though Ivari was hesitant to show friendliness to strangers. When unfamiliar people were around, she often hid in the snow, coming out only at the call of her human friend. A local journalist, intrigued by their story, set up camera traps and hidden cameras to capture their interactions without scaring the otter. The resulting footage quickly went viral, garnering millions of views and touching hearts worldwide. Their extraordinary friendship lasted for several years. Each year, Ivari returned to Seppo, and they always recognized each other. She even brought members of her family, as if wanting to introduce them to her human friend. But, like all things in life, their story eventually came to an end. One day, Seppo went to the water but did not see Ivari. He realized that his little friend had probably left forever. In the wild, otters rarely live beyond 10 years, and given the many dangers they face, their lives are often even shorter. The story of Seppo and Ivari teaches us many things. It reminds us of the importance of being attentive to the world around us and showing kindness to other living creatures. It proves that friendship can form in the most unexpected places and between the most unlikely companions. However, it also serves as a reminder of the need for caution when interacting with wild animals. While helping a starving creature is admirable, it's crucial to remember that wild animals remain wild and human intervention in their lives should be minimal and respectful. Seppo never expected that a simple act of kindness, feeding a hungry otter, would lead to such an extraordinary friendship and make him known far beyond his quiet forest home. His story shows that even the simplest actions can lead to the most incredible outcomes. In a world where many people feel lonely and disconnected from nature, the story of Seppo and Ivari serves as a touching reminder that the bond between humans and the natural world can be profound. It proves that love and friendship can transcend species, creating connections that stay in our hearts forever. Thus, in the depths of the Finnish forests, where winters are harsh and human company is scarce, a story was born, one that warmed the hearts of millions. It was a story of how a lonely man and a wild otter found in each other a companion, a friend, and a source of joy. Though Ivari is gone, the memory of her and the lessons of this extraordinary friendship continue to live on, reminding us of the wonders a simple act of kindness can bring.